Welcome back to the range.
Last quality week.
Up first on our sports talk, we're talking about college football and the discussion of our new 2009 Heisman Trophy winner, Mark Ingram. Now, the discussion really is, this was the closest vote in the Heisman, ever. So, do any of y'all feel, within the regions that, that were pretty much up for grabs, did Toby Gerhart, do you feel that he may have been, cheated a little bit, or do you think it was pretty fair? Chris?
I started off. I picked Mark Ingram. Toby Gerhart was my front runner until the SEC title game, and then I picked Mark Ingram. As far as the southern regions and the eastern regions, Mark Ingram had that on lock. There was no doubt about it, especially the southern regions. West Coast, give it to Gerhart. A little bit of the Midwest, I can give that to him too. They both had terrific seasons. I'm just glad they finished 1-2 rather than Colt McCoy being up there for number 3 because he really didn't deserve it. Adamakin Suh, he had a real good season, but it just goes to show defense really can't win your Heisman. There's really been a few instances to where a defensive player will win a Heisman.
Charles Woodson.
Yes, he is. I love Charles Woodson. Played for the Raiders. Just after that. And then Tebow, you my man, but you wasn't gonna win it. Especially, I don't know how you won your Heisman the first time. I don't know how you won. You had a good season on your first Heisman. The second time you got invited, your numbers went down, but you still got there. And they cheated over Graham Harrell, which he should have been there, which should have won it. And then you got invited again just because you made a speech. But it's all good, and it's okay to cry. But anyways, Mark Ingram, congratulations. Toby Gerhart, you almost had it, but you have a real good career in the NFL. Mark Ingram, Alabama. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm picking them to repeat because they're going to win it this year.
Cleveland.
Well, I'm a little ticked off by that one because, for one, Gerhart got cheated because he didn't have a title game to play in, which is not his fault. It's the Pac-10's fault. But at the same time, I just didn't think the Heisman Trophy is all about what you've done the entire season, not what you've done over a stretch of 4 or 5 games. And he, remember, he took basically a month off. Yeah, he was hurt, but at the same time, you can't have a bad 2 or 3 games and still be up for the Heisman. I just don't get that. Like you said, Tebow shouldn't have been there. Colt McCoy, sorry, you really didn't deserve it. You weren't what you were last year. Sue. Wasn't happening. But at the same time, I do give congratulations to Mark Ingram, but first, I thought his acceptance speech should have started out when he was crying, saying, "This is how Tim Tebow must have felt last week." That's what I thought would have been funny. It would have been funny, if he would have said that. Hey, woosah, buddy, woosah. But it's just funny, But Mark Ingram, I just don't believe. As a sophomore, you have a lot more chance to win. You have, at least another chance to win this thing. But Gerhart graduating, the dude did so much. 21 hours in school, played baseball, played football. That dude stayed in shape, man. He did everything he was supposed to do. And who takes 21 hours in their last semester? Nobody, man. That's like a terrible schedule. And to say that this guy has a 3.56 GPA, that tells you a lot what the dude does off the field.
And he went to Disneyland.
Yeah, and he went to Disneyland.
Doug.
I guess, Toby Gerhart, touchdown Toby, 26 touchdowns. Mark Ingram had 18, led the SEC in rushing, which is much more difficult to run. His worst game came against their rival Auburn in the last game of the regular season, in which he only had 30 yards rushing. Touchdown Toby had 3 200-yard games and rushed for over 1,700 yards. So I'm taking exception to Mark Ingram winning it. Now I understand that SEC has got much tougher defenses and competition for that matter. But still, it's hard to pass up on those 26 touchdowns, 1,700 yards, and it was the closest vote of all time. 28 points was the separation. Only 5 first-place votes was the difference. But I still would like to have seen Toby have won it.
JB.
It could have went either way with Mark Ingram and Toby Gerhart. Me personally, I prefer Tebow not been there. I would have added C.J. Spiller. So, he's a forgotten back that wasn't invited, kind of like what Graham Harrell was the year before. But Mark Ingram, he deserved it, so that's pretty much why he got it.
right. Up next, we'll have our NFL predictions for this coming week and our introduction of our new Calvins. Up next on The Range. Stay tuned.